Welcome to Fallout Genesis Session 8, Divided Loyalties. Before we get started, I'd like to get some quick introductions from our party. First up is Rolo.
I'm Rolo. Um, I kind of lately took over the management of the sanctuary loot, trying to keep track of it and trying to get what people need, such as medication and weapons, armor, selling what they want to sell, things for them. Since I'm pretty good at selling stuff, and yeah.
Great. Next up is Arether.
My name is Arathir. I've spent the past couple of sessions trying to open the chem box we found and finally opened it.
Good job. Next is Shaizina.
Shaizina has spent the last couple of sessions trying to avoid doing caravan missions, but keeps getting suckered into them. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who is Shaizina, though, in terms of, introduction-wise?
I guess she would be the local addict, if anything.
All right. Next up is Charlotte.
Charlotte is a Brotherhood of Steel initiate who lives in Sanctuary and is often found clomping around in the power armor they found way back.
Yes. How many fusion cores do we have now, by the way?
Have we been acquiring them? Yeah, I haven't played in a couple weeks, so I'm not positive.
Okay. It's more that people have been using them, so I wonder if we even have one yet, or now, currently.
I can look on the speed.
All right. Well, with those introductions, we'll also have Robert Jones, who is how to describe Robert Jones without too many spoilers. He's a settler in Sanctuary. He's gone around with you guys. He is in need of help because he has a friend or a family friend who has been kidnapped by raiders, and the last known whereabouts were actually in I think, where is it? Back Alley Apparel, Backstreet Apparel. I forget the name, but yes, one of those. So he has been trying to get people to help with the situation. Unfortunately, it looks like wherever or where she was being held, the raiders have moved. He had some people that were scoping out the building, casing the joint, as it were, and unfortunately, in the middle of the night, the whole group was gone. Not really sure what happened to them, but Robert definitely wants to head down south and try to get some clues on what exactly happened. All right, and with that, we'll move over to Sanctuary.
Do I need to say a quick hi, by the way?
Oh, hey there. Yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself, Twitch.
Yeah, so I'm Twitch. I am fashionably late, and the local sanctuary mechanic.
All right,
Does
great.
all the gizmos in the repairing.
Glad you could make it.
Well, there was an open spot, so why not?
All right, so as you all are preparing to head out, of course, Mama Murphy, sitting in her chair, waves at you all and just says, anyone have some Buff Jet? So, the thing with Buff Jet is that it is a combination of Buff Out and Jet. Do you guys have either one of those chemicals? All right, doesn't look like it. So, if you guys would like to create some Buff Jet...
there is a jet. I think we have a jet in the group loop.
Okay. So, do you have Buff Out as well?
No.
All right. So to find Buff Out, because you do have settlers who do indulge in chems, it'll be an average 2p 1 black social check. It's just going to be one check for the entire party. So discuss amongst yourselves who is actually going to make that check. But there may be some bonuses and/or penalties depending on RP. So, how are you guys going to find some Buff Out?
What was the difficulty again?
2p 1 black.
Rolo just walks away as she asks for stuff, as he doesn't want anything to do with acquiring chems for her.
Okay.
Twitch isn't the biggest fan of Mama Murphy since he's a bit out of him frame, so he's probably also not going to help her too much.
I do recall though that she, I mean, this is known to you guys. This isn't meta. She has the sight, so she often has clues that can help with things. And
I
you
mean,
guys know that. Like,
yeah, it's more Rolo's backstory.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
It might seem that he does, but I think Twitch still isn't convinced that the crazy lady's actually that.
Okay, no worries. Is anyone actually going to look for these chems?
I guess Shazin will go look. You never know, she might get some for herself too.
All right, so Shazina, if you actually do purchase a different chem, then you will get 2 plus 2B on the roll to find buff out. Kind of like you're paying for 1 bit of stock, and then someone says, "Oh, I guess I do have some buff out after all." That sort of thing.
Which skill was that again?
Sorry, what was that?
That was a social check.
Yeah, so it's a social check of your choice, so it just kind of depends on how you're going about it. Since you are purchasing some chems, it sounds like it's going to be a streetwise check. Now, you can also get some help with this roll. If you want someone to actually be able to apply their bonuses in the social check, then it'll need to be a skilled assistance roll where you blend your skill and characteristics.
Shazina, do you have any skill any points in streetwise?
I have 2.
I have 1. We could do skill assistance.
All right, sounds good. So it'll be Shazina rolling streetwise, but you will need to. What's your cunning? Yeah, what's your cunning, Arthur?
2.
Oh, then what is Shazina's? I guess I can just take a look myself.
I can't find like anything this morning.
All right, so she also has a cunning too, so that skilled assistance really isn't going to do anything because it doesn't actually change the roll. Though technically, I mean, you could still do it if you have some skills or abilities that could influence the roll. Is that what you're going for, Arthur?
Well, I have bought information, but that is a knowledge check. I don't know that that would work in this situation.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Okay,
Well,
so
you can try
don't
and
forget there was
convince-
also all right, so let's just roll back here. The check was 2 purple, 1 black, and you had 2 boosts to that, assuming that you're going to buy a different chem to get the buff out. Is that correct? Shazina, can you hear me? I can't hear you if you're talking.
I can hear you. They're talking to me in the background. Yeah.
Okay, so you forgot to put in your difficulty and you added 1 black extra. All right. Well done. Okay, cool. So we're going to say that you actually got... well, you tell me, what would you like the triumph to be used for?
Maybe it's easier the next time we go. I now know where like a little drug den is, and it's easier the next time we have to go looking.
Okay, so in other words, you just kind of want to get an upgrade on your next check for looking for chems.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, then the 2 threats.
Maybe I got into a fight.
You can say she came on a bit strong to the other people of Sanctuary, maybe trying to find it.
Okay, mechanically, so I get what you mean roleplay wise, but mechanically, what is that going to do?
Maybe she loses a strain threshold for the adventure or something because she was trying to, as she's trying to find the stuff from Murphy, she's like also having to resist herself or something.
Oh, that's a good one. What do you think about that one, Shizina?
I full hardly approve.
Okay, so yeah, lower your strain threshold. By the way, does anyone have any current radiation levels? All right.
We cured ours.
Okay, great. All right, so you guys have Jet and you have Buff out. Now you'll need to actually combine the two to create Buff Jet. So to do this, it's going to be a hard medicine or knowledge education check, and specifically hard 3 purple, 1 black.
I have 2 in knowledge education.
All right, sounds good. Twitch, I know that you're Smarty Pants, so do you already have 2 in knowledge education, or would you like to blend with hard there?
In knowledge education, I only have 1, so yeah, blend would be perfect here.
Okay,
Like
great.
he doesn't want to help her, but he's like, it's science. I guess I can do it just because I can.
That's good.
Science!
Right. Okay. So, yeah, let's get the science going. So 3 purple, 1 black, but now, Arthur, you have, I believe it's 4?
Yes,
For the
for
characteristic?
intellect.
Okay.
So 4 yellows.
No. Okay, so remember, with skilled assistance, what happens is that you take the highest skill and you combine it with the highest characteristic. So that means that you have, I believe you said you had 2 ranks in knowledge education. So now you have 2 yellow with 4 as a characteristic. So 2 yellow, 2 green.
Okay.
Yeah, so for these, you kind of have to put in the manual one, unless you actually go into the sheet and like add the modifiers, which can be
2
hard.
yellow, 2 green, 1 black, 3 purple.
Yes.
All right, Twitch, let's make some science.
Yeah, Tommy, that's what I was trying to work on, was getting that difficult, because it's going to be there every single time. I figured I may as well add it so I don't forget it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Wow. Okay.
We're getting all
So-
the good rolls.
Nice. So, yeah, you definitely create the buff jet. I would say that with the Triumph, maybe you're able to create more than you thought, so you can give some to Mommy Murphy, and you're also able to keep some for yourself. And
Yes, because of our combined knowledge of science, we are able to more efficiently use the reagents to create a better reaction, thereby creating more of the result.
All right, fantastic. And since there are 2 of you, I'll say that you made 3, so 1 for Mama Murphy, and then 1 vial of Buff Jet for Twitch and for Arathir. So, for in the chem rules, just combine the chem rules for Buff Out and Jet, and you've got Buff Jet. All right.
But because we were working with volatile chemicals, maybe we suffer a strain.
Sure, that's a good one. Both of you suffer a strain. All right, so as you give it to Mama Murphy, she's like, "Oh, that's the stuff," and then her eyes roll back and her voice changes. The red man reaches, the red man sees. Only the second son can stop him. And then she comes back and she's like, "Oh, that was fantastic. Do you have more?" But at this point, Sturgis is like, "All right, Mama Murphy, you need some breakfast. Come on now." And he's able to distract her, and she got her hit, so she doesn't really push push for more, but you guys receive the gift of her sight. But at this point, Robert says, "Come on, come on! We need to get down south. We need to find out what happened to my family friend." Do you guys have anything to wrap up? Any questions or anything before you leave Sanctuary?
Prior to leaving, Arathir will equip the Pip-Boy we found in the latest session.
Okay, great. Anyone else?
Are we taking the power armor?
Yeah, I've got the power armor and the minigun good to go.
Okay, wow. You do have a
wanna
Gatling laser.
I
Do it.
think that does not. I think that's too cumbersome still. I think the power armor gives a +2 for that, and I've got 2, so that would leave me. Would-
Okay.
And it's cumbersome 5. Yeah, I thought about it, but I think there's an upgrade we can do eventually. Well, to either me or the power armor
Weapon.
one day.
Okay.
And now we do have the 2 cohorts we never seem to bring along. Do we want to bring one?
That's good. That's an idea.
Who do we have again? We have
Preston and Sturgis.
No, it's not Sturgis actually. It's
Oh, it's,
Preston and McCready.
yeah, it's the kid. That's not the kid.
Yeah, McCready's not around at the moment, but if you guys after the session say, "Hey, that can be like a side mission for someone to hire him and bring him up to Sanctuary."
Do we
yeah.
think we have enough, or do we need a little backup in the form of Preston?
I mean, we have the flare gun, right? We don't need him. We just take the flare gun with us. That's my understanding of it, right?
Yeah, and plus, I mean, you do have Robert Jones, and he can act as a cohort too. So, since the player wasn't able to be around today. Oh, you guys do have dog meat. You could bring him if you wanted to.
Yes, please.
Yeah, he should be on the screen. Can you guys not see him?
We can see him. I just didn't know if we could bring him. I want to bring
Oh,
dog
okay.
meat.
And Holo, you used someone, and I think someone used a story point for our side mission. So shouldn't that affect our pool as well?
Oh yeah, it should. Actually, there were 2 people that used theirs prior to this mission. So let me
Yeah, I think
update the GM sheet.
Yeah, I think the pool's a little messed up right now. My sheet, when I synced it, only had 4 GM points.
Because
Alright,
I
so,
really.
let's see. Oops.
Well, it should be 6 story points altogether. So it should be.
So it should be 3 and 3.
Yeah, it should be 3 and 3.
All right, so I forced an update. You guys should see 3 and 3 now.
Yeah, looks good to me.
Okay, cool. So you guys have dog meat coming with you, and we'll head out.
Is it like in the game where you can't die? Kill the dog, Tommy.
Sorry, what was that, Twitch?
I said, don't kill the dog, Tommy. Have some humanity.
You're breaking up, Twitch.
Oh, am I?
All right, just a quick check of the map. So Backstreet Apparel, that's where you guys are headed. So it's south of Corvega. All right, so as you head out, something happens. Let's see what it is. Random encounter time. So GM Assistant, please roll 1d100.
I can do it if no one else wants to.
Yeah,
Alright,
go ahead,
looks
man.
like you are GM Assistant. Thanks.
All right, here it comes. Oh, good or bad, we'll find out.
All right, so as you guys are heading out, you see some movement in the underbrush. But then you notice, oh, hey, it's a familiar figure. It's Lucas Miller. And he is one of the traders out of Bunker Hill. Specifically, he is an armor trader. And you guys should be able to see what he has in stock on the screen. But for the benefit of people who aren't viewing, just listening, Lucas has multiple sets of armor that are rarity 4 or below. He also has one set of rarity 5 security armor and rarity 7 combat armor. Would anyone like to partake?
The combat armor is nice.
Well, Twitch, you were kind of wanting that security armor we found last time.
It's a good spread that you have here. Would anybody be interested in one of these armors?
The problem is I only have 50 caps on me. By the way, can you hear me better? I put myself on push to talk.
Not
Yeah, a little
really,
bit better.
unfortunately.
Well, what are your prices?
So he has prices at the base price as listed in the book. But you guys can still try to negotiate them down.
Yeah, if we're gonna put caps together to buy Twitch an armor, we can. And Rolo can negotiate to try and bring the price down.
Alright, so what do the rest of you guys think of that plan?
Well, Twitch says he has got metal armor, so he seems okay. But do we want to try anyway?
I mean, if nobody's gonna make use of this, then why bother? But 1 second. I need to. What is the price of the combat armor?
Combat armor is 975.
That's a lot of caps.
Even with the negotiation, that wouldn't get us much better a price.
No, I can bring it down. I could bring it down to like 40% off.
40% is a lot.
I suppose it's worth a try. I mean, what's the worst that happens? He says no and we walk away?
Well, no, the worst is he rolls like several despairs and then bad things happen.
Let me see here. So there's a rarity 7. I can bring it down to rarity 5 with know somebody. And rarity 5, it's hard check, right?
Average. Half
Isn't-
rounded down is the kind of rule of thumb for that.
Oh, so 5 is only 2 purples?
Yep.
Yeah, I want to negotiate that combat armor.
Okay.
Like, you. I'm pretty sure you know Stash. She's a good friend of mine. She'd be happy if you, made it easier for me to buy this off you. I'm pretty sure it's pretty heavy, and you don't want to be carrying around this combat armor out there, right? So let me roll.
Alright, so I use a story point. Lucas Miller just kind of looks at you all and says, hey now, I only sell quality. This is worth a pretty penny, or pretty cap. So, upgraded once.
Okay. So that is 1 red, 1 purple. 1 purple. Negotiation check. I am using, by the way, know somebody. That's why it is bringing the rarity down.
Okay. I'll give you a boost because he likes dog meat. He knows dog meat.
So
Everybody likes the puppy.
Actually, I only bring it down by 1, not by 2. So it's a 7 to 6. So then it's a hard check. So
Oh wait, so if you bring the
Let's
rarity
see.
down by 1, it's still the difficulty is actually going to be the same.
Which is a hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not gonna use it then. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't make sense if I'm not gonna bring it down to threshold. Just that I never get to use it ever.
Does anyone else want to help him out? Even with unskilled assistance?
Yeah, if you can give me a boost.
Yeah, I can give unskilled assistance. Maybe Charlotte, with her experience with this kind of equipment, is able to kind of look it over and give a good appraisal to help the negotiation.
Yeah, I imagine Roller is holding the combat armor up, like giving an eye, and then looks at Charlotte, and both of them kind of give it a stink eye, playing it off. It doesn't look as nice as he says it does.
Could we bluff? Could we say walk away?
Okay.
I suppose if negotiation.
Wow. That's good.
Hello.
So that is a 50% off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 advantages. Yeah.
Wow,
I
nice.
love you.
All right, so
Which
he kind of hems and haws, but he defers to your superior negotiations. So 975 divided by 2.
that is 400 and can't do math.
487.5.
487.5. All right. 487. Roll over. 476.
Sorry, what?
I have 476.
Ah, okay.
So
Well,
1 second.
yeah,
Wait,
let's
so
see.
what's the difference? 10 caps?
Yeah, I need 10 caps, basically.
Yeah, you can have 10 caps.
All right. All right. I will note it down that I owe Charlotte 10 caps.
Okay, so you've
Great.
got combat armor. It's 2 soak and 1 defense.
2 soak. 1
Pretty
defense.
shiny.
I'm actually, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna actually try to sell my security armor to him, since
Oh,
I'll
okay.
just put on the combat armor.
Sure. By the way, Charlotte, if you can roll just I would say an average vigilance check.
Yes, I can do that.
Ooh, gosh, you guys another triumph. 3
many
triumphs
triumphs.
already
Oh, wow.
today.
Did not expect that to happen, but
So-
I'll take it.
Charlotte, as Lucas is passing over the combat armor, you recognize the type. Actually, it's not only. I mean, it's Brotherhood of Steel combat armor, and I would say that with a triumph, this is up to you. We can try something else with a triumph, but maybe you even see a scratched on insignia, so you even know the person who this belonged to.
Yeah. Do I know? Is this presumably someone that I haven't seen in a while or something, so I don't really have an idea of...
This is
How
part
this-
of the group that you first landed in the Commonwealth with. So, Team Gladius, someone on your team bit the bullet.
Or upgraded, but probably with the bullet. Yeah, so Charlotte will kind of clomp over, looking real intimidating in the power armor, to Lucas and say, "Where did you get this? I know the owner." Not even refer to him as the previous owner, the owner.
What are you talking about? And so at this, we're going to need a social check of any kind to get him to talk some more.
Sure.
Origin?
Hey, I'm just an honest merchant. What are you accusing me of?
Hey, we're not accusing you of anything, man. We're just trying to figure out where this came from. You know, where did you buy it from? Where did you find it? We're not implying anything here. You know, clearly Charlotte knows who this belonged to. Just help us out. You know, we still got some business to make here, but
All right.
can't
so
you tell us anything?
it is going to be a 2 red, 1 purple check.
2 red, 1 purple check.
I'll say though that Charlotte clomping over in that power armor will give you a boost. He's a little bit intimidated by that.
No boost for me. 1 boost. 1 boost, 2 red, 1 purple. Okay.
Oh, by the way, Charlotte, take a strain because you're a little bit rattled by this.
Very
So
reasonable.
would this be charm?
Well, it depends on how you want to approach it. It could be.
I want to
charm,
approach.
coercion.
I want to approach as a charm check. You know, I'm trying to be like, come on, man. You know, we're not. Hey, just help us out.
Yeah, we just
We're not
bought
here
a
to hurt
piece
you.
of armor off of you.
Yeah, you know. I'm trying to see if I have anything for charm, any talent or anything that I could use here.
So that Charlotte assistance, that was just incidental. If anyone else wants to chime in with unskilled assistance, I'll allow it to. And you still get the dog meat boost as well.
I could try with unskilled assistance.
All right, sure. What do you say?
So
We don't want any trouble. All we just want to know, where did you get the power armor? That's it.
Combat armor. Yeah. Okay. So you guys have a total of 3 boosts.
Oh, 3 boosts. Let me roll another boost here.
It's not going to be enough, unfortunately, but you'll have a lot of advantages. So we'll see what that
1
does.
second. Well, unless the boost has only 1, right? Yeah, only 1. Yeah.
Right, exactly. There's one side that's a success and advantage, but there's no 2 success side.
All right, so you have 3 advantages. He just says, hey, look, I don't ask questions. I just get it from suppliers. I mean, you know, hey, it's all I do is make sure to buff it up and, you know, improve upon what I found.
Since this is a social check, can we use the 3 boosts to learn the true goal of our target?
Sure. That, yeah, he just wants to sell armor. He's not being malicious or, you know, deceitful. You can tell that. I mean, he literally just wants to sell armor, so
we see that he's telling the truth, that he
really doesn't
yeah.
ask questions. I mean, this is the wasteland. Most armor that he gets from other people has probably been from someone who's been shot up and turned into Swiss cheese, so he just fills in the holes and resells it.
Yeah, that's fair. But Charlotte will point at him and say, you know, if you find anything else about it, I want to hear first, or there's going to be trouble.
Oh, that sounds like coercion.
I wasn't really, I mean, I can roll coercion. I wasn't really intending to, it's just a thing she's saying kind of at the conclusion of that roll, not kind of learning what she wanted. It wasn't necessarily to, like, make anything happen, but if you want it to be coercion, it can
Well,
be.
yeah,
But
let's just see, because, you know, it might benefit you, you know?
Yeah, right.
For
Really
later.
like to
Yeah.
benefit in here.
Do you have a rank in it?
No, I have no ranks in it. So
well,
same
then.
difficulty, Tommy?
So
yeah,
I can
but-
do skilled assistance. I
Oh, cool.
have 1 rank in coercion.
Okay, so let's
Perfect.
go ahead and, since it's, go ahead and take that rank, and you've got the...
2 boosts?
Yeah, you've got 2 boosts, definitely, yeah.
All right. I dislike how this character sheet splits the social skills out, but that's
I
fine.
wish it was just alphabetical sometimes, but
Yeah,
that's me.
like the original one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like I
Wow.
said, sometimes the rolls you don't make are the good ones.
So let's see. With that despair, you know what? He's kind of ticked off by the way you guys have approached him with this whole sale. So I'm going to say any further deal with him for this encounter will have an upgrade to the difficulty.
Fair enough.
So did you still want to buy something else, Rolo?
I don't want to buy. I want to sell. I
Oh,
want to
right.
sell
Okay. So
armor.
yeah, this will have an upgrade to the difficulty because he is just, I'm selling some great armor and I get accused of theft and bullied and whatnot.
Like, whoa, easy there, man. Come on. Let's just do business here. And I will to sell my armor. Who hasn't been in any combat since I bought it. I'm opening up here the Fallout.
Oh, what are you looking for?
The price on the rarity and the price
For what?
on for the security armor.
Oh, okay. It's 425, rarity 5.
Are we doing the whole rarity when selling in RP thing? The whole mechanic?
Correct me if I'm wrong, because there are different rules if you're selling in bulk and you're moving from one rarity to another. We're not doing the complicated rules. We're
Okay.
just doing the simple
All right.
ones.
Sure. So then it's just going to be a negotiation to sell and how much I can sell it for, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So it's going to be 2 red, 1 purple. Actually, no. It's different, right? When you're selling, it's my negotiation against. No, it's the same. So it'd be.
Yeah, I think
2
it's
red,
just
1
one
purple.
red. Because I upgraded the check before.
Oh, okay. So 1 red, 2 purple.
But now there's an ongoing upgrade, though, right?
Oh yeah, that's the upgrade. I didn't flip
Yeah.
the story point, is what I'm saying.
The first time,
Right.
yeah, he used the story point. All right. So 1 red, 2 purple negotiation.
Okay, nice.
So I will.
I think that sells it for
That's-
25%.
I will do this. I'm gonna flip a story.
Oh no. So
And-
James, yours was because you were directly going against him as an opposed check, his skills. But for negotiation stuff,
Oh, right.
in Genesis, it's just based on the rarity.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I was thinking that yeah.
So I'm flipping a story point to then use my special skill,
Okay. What's that special skill?
charisma, which is once per section with story point, the PC may convert 1 success for 1 advantage or vice versa on a charm, leadership, or negotiation check after all the rolls have been tallied.
Oh,
So
okay.
I sell it for 50%.
All right. Yeah.
Cool. There's only one, right? I can't. It's not. It's worded so I can only do 1 symbol, not all
It
3,
sounds
right?
like
So,
it. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be like 75%. Come on.
Right, I think it's basically like a genericized or a specific version of Eye for Detail that lets you trade between the two up to the number of ranks you have, and I guess it's basically just giving you 1 rank.
Yeah, no worries. So I'm selling it for 212.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good.
Thank you for business. Sorry for any misunderstandings. We really mean no harm. I hope that if you acquire any more goods, feel free to swing by our settlement sanctuary. I'll be always happy to do more business with you.
He just kind of nods his head, gives Charlotte the side eye, and he and his guards start to move on their little trek. All right, so came out ahead with some caps there, and we'll move forward.
I mean, oh wait, Shizine, don't you want me to sell that rifle?
I can't sell it right now. It's too broken.
I see. Okay. All right, then let's move on.
All right, so you guys continue heading south, and you are skirting by Lexington. You can see Corvega in the distance, and you're not going through it because who knows what else is lurking within Lexington. Corvega I'm pretty sure you guys cleared it out, but it's a big place, but just yeah, you can see in the distance. What I like that it's some RP though, because that was a pretty big mission for some of you guys. I think some of you were in that. What's your reaction as you're going by Corvega?
PTSD for some of them.
Yeah, actually, who was involved in the mission? If you were, move your token up above Dogmeat.
Is that where we met the Deathclaw?
I'm pretty.
Yeah, well, that was the young Deathclaw. So
Yeah, the young Deathclaw on the way to Corvega, and then all those raiders inside Corvega.
All right, so for the 3 people that did take part in that mission, how are you guys reacting to seeing Corvega in the distance?
Arathir looks at it and goes, ugh, Corvega. I really do not want to go back there anytime soon.
Why not? Last time was amazing. We got a transmitter, we got a toy monkey. It was like Christmas.
And there's still the gate that's not open. Or no, wait, that was another mission. I guess I'm getting things confused.
So to refresh
It's a
the memory
big place.
for anyone watching this, this is where the folks found the parts for the power armor rack, and also found out that there was a raider who has been tracking Mama Murphy's movements and was responsible for attacking her group in Concord.
Fun memories.
All right, so actually, so for the 3 of you, I'd like to get an average fear check. Nothing too difficult, but this is less of a fear check and more just discomfort being around here. A little mild PTSD. So just average. And it can be discipline or cool. Technically, in Genesis, it should only be discipline. However, we're going by the Star Wars rules so that there's more than one skill that can be used for it. I like cool being used for it too. Twitch, don't forget difficulty.
Alright, well I added it.
Don't forget that when you...
Oh yeah, I need to click away.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, you just had to do the difficulty, so you passed. Shaizina, unfortunately, you did not. I'm going to say, though, that it wasn't too bad. Just, I would say, take a strain. That, yeah, that's all. All right, so Charlotte, what are you thinking about right now? I mean, you just found out that one of your team members is most likely gone.
Yeah, I mean, I think she wants to get back in contact. It's tough because the Wasteland's a big place, but she's hoping to run into Gladius squad.
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a little bit, because you were kind of sent out on your own, and I kind of get the picture that maybe the group you were with didn't realize how dangerous the Commonwealth could be. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have let you tromp around by yourself. But it seems like you got lucky in terms of, you helped start up Sanctuary, basically.
Yeah, I had kind of thought of it not that she'd just been like sent out on her own, but that she'd been sent not even quite as like a liaison is not exactly the relationship I was thinking, but somehow that they were aware that Sanctuary was a thing and that they were hoping to kind of give it a nudge towards survival.
Okay.
Kind of idea, rather than just kind of being like, go out and explore by yourself.
Got it.
Yeah, that was kind of how I envisioned it.
All right. So, but the fact that they kind of let you go on your own, though, I guess it speaks a lot to, they think highly of you and your skills and that you would be safe, that sort of thing. I mean, you had a pretty good relationship with the team, right?
Yeah. No, she wasn't like exiled. It was very much an assignment. But yeah, I think I'll put some thought into like what mechanisms they would have tried to come up with to like get back in touch or something, because it
Mhm.
seems like that there would have had to been some thought put into that before the assignment.
Right. Character critical, Rolo, what's that about?
I'm trying to add just a crit with the 10. I guess I just put the 10 offset on the thing here.
Not sure I understand. It should
Cause
it automatically does the 10 offset as you add crits.
it doesn't. I'm trying to add a crit that would do it automatically. That it's an empty crit. I guess. I mean, I just put an empty one. I guess that'll be it.
Yeah. Why are you doing that?
Because I receive a crit during my side mission.
Oh, then just add the actual crit that you received from that side mission. Yeah,
I never rode. I thought
Sorry.
it was just I thought it was just a level of crit. If it's an actual crit, then I gotta roll. So I'll roll now.
Yeah, you actually do roll an actual crit.
There you go.
All right. So since the encounter is already done, you don't have to worry about the increase in difficulty, but yeah, you've got that crit now.
I mean, it could have been this stagger too, and then we can do staggered in the first combat that we start.
No, I won't do that
Since I
because
rode.
it's side missions are done over a week, so don't worry about that. But I mean, you still have it there, so it will increase the
Yeah.
offset. All right, so as you guys pass Lexington, Shazina is a little bit rattled by that, but you make it past without any incident, and you head closer to Cambridge. So now Cambridge is within sights. However, you start to pick up a radio signal, and Arethyr, on your Pip-Boy, you're able to hear, and maybe you make it so that the rest of the group can hear as well. 1 second. I need to... I didn't mean to move it that way. Sorry, 1 second. Kind of messed up the screen here. There we go. So, Cambridge.
This is Scribe Halen of Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any unit in transmission range. Authorization ARCS, Ferrum, 9-5. Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies. We're requesting support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station. Automated message repeating.
All right, so what are your reactions to that?
Looks like someone needs help.
Charlotte, that's your team.
Yeah, I just realized that I'm using my laptop for like Discord and another computer for Roll20, and I'm not hearing anything on the other computer, so I didn't hear any of it.
Oh, I can replay it.
No, I also need to figure out a plan to make the sound for both come to me.
Oh, so the sound doesn't come through at all?
Well, because I'm on a different, like I have another, I'm using my other computer for the Roll20 so that I don't have to like flip screens as often, but I just realized that means I'm not getting any sound from Roll20.
Got it. Are you able to turn the sound on for that?
Yeah, I just have to figure out how to do it. Like how to make it work so I'm not also then having it come into the microphone.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because it'd be kind of good for you to actually hear that, but I'll just tell you what it is. It's the distress signal from Scribe Halen. So, reconnaissance team Gladius is under attack.
Well, then she would certainly want to go to their aid, especially given the recent discoveries.
Yep, exactly. What about the rest of the group?
Typical Brotherhood, always in trouble.
So Robert is actually, he looks a little bit troubled, but he's like, wait a minute, that was an automatic message. It's already too late. We already saw the armor. I mean, I'm sorry, Charlotte, but your team's probably already gone. We need to help my friend. That's why we're out here.
The wasteland's a dangerous place. That armor could have been from weeks ago or months ago, even.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like this distress signal, it's on repeat.
Yeah, the distress signal though might not be from that long ago. We just don't know.
So he looks like supremely uncomfortable, and he just wants to keep going. What about the rest of you guys?
I mean, the Brotherhood, even though they might be in trouble, they have better chances of surviving than the Robert Jones' friends who were kidnapped.
I will say this though, geographically it is on the way. So, Charlotte, what do you
Yeah,
say?
there's no harm in at least stopping and checking through. It's on the way. I mean, who knows what we might find.
Oh, if it's on the way, then
Okay.
sure. We can
So
we can
Robert
pop in,
just
I guess.
he's
But
kind
we have a
of
mission.
yeah, so Robert's kind of shaking his head. So, if you guys want Robert to be able to act as a cohort and like really take part uh, in stuff for, well, yeah, it'll be a social check. So this isn't a social check in terms of where to actually go. This is more just to kind of calm Robert down.
I have a rank in leadership that I could blend with somebody. Maybe with any kind of presence higher than 2.
I have presence 4.
Okay. So I will. What's the difficulty, Tommy?
I'm just going to make this a set difficulty because he does he's not completely opposed to the idea.
Right.
So I'll say that it's an average check.
Okay. All right. Here it goes.
All right, nice.
Oh,
So,
there's too many green.
whoa. Yeah.
Why did it? Oh, I just clicked too many green.
I mean, it's to succeed no matter which grade
Yeah,
you
exactly.
take off. So
I mean, we can see which one goes away, but all right. So it's
yeah.
2 success, 2 advantage.
Okay, great. So, yeah, he's like, all right, let's go. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, you're better with us than going on by yourself or anything. I mean, if we're going there, you're coming with us.
Right. All right. So as you guys get closer, you actually start to hear the sound of battle. So yeah, it's actually recent.
Charlotte is giving such a look to everyone who said that, oh, this was so long ago, there's nothing going on.
All right. I'm gonna make your tokens a little bit smaller.
Can I use social skills on feral ghouls?
You can try.
It's like the guy from Jurassic Park, like it's like stop.
Okay, so you guys head through Cambridge towards the sound of battle, and you actually come across Cambridge Police Station. Charlotte, you know these people. It's Paladin Dance, the leader of your squad, along with your squad mates, Knight Reese and Scribe Halen. There are other members of your team who are already down. They've been torn apart by this horde of feral ghouls. And yeah, so you guys are starting out medium distance from this, and you need to help these ghouls from overwhelming the barricade. So let's get some initiative roll. So actually give me 1 second, let me pull the thing up. Okay, so remember, you need to actually use the initiative roll in your character sheet instead
Are
of
we using cool or vigilance?
this will be vigilance.
The one from the weapons, talents, and powers tab?
Yeah. And I will be rolling mine as well.
Was it visions or cool?
Vigilance. I mean, you know there's fighting, but it's still, cool is about like negotiations and seeing someone's facial tics and realizing when they're going to pull the trigger.
Oh, there's still.
So vigilance, definitely.
been so long since I used the system.
Yeah, so Rolo should be a. Are we able to update these? No. We've got 2 tweaks we'll need to make at the end, Tommy.
I can do that, but let me finish
Yep.
mine first, though.
Oh, I rolled with a bunch of things. That's why. Oh,
Yeah, you and Twitch both did. So you should have like a 3.1, I think.
Yeah, I'm 3.1.
Was that the 0.0?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one is actually it's a 3.1, and the other should be a 1 flat.
All right. Give me a second. Heading to mine to do rolls. And I've got. All right. That's the one advantage. I wish I could kind of turn this on its side there. Let me put it over here. Actually, let me move you guys. Just there. Good. Okay.
All of yours went in as PCs.
What?
Oh no.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. Well.
So since all of my buddies should have also had a boost, do you want to clear it out and just do it all over from the start?
Yeah. Let's just do that.
Okay. So remember, everyone, you get a boost.
All right. Actually, before anyone rolls anything, though, let me just double check this. Make sure I set this to NPC. Or actually, you guys can go ahead and roll, but I'll figure this out. Ah, there it is. I forgot to click that. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll. What the heck? Oh, whoa. This thing just... Oh, man. Unfortunately, it just wiped the sheet.
I still see it. Oh, the character sheet.
Yeah. So in other words,
Oh.
I thought it was just a tab. It's actually, you actually have to, put things over. Tell you what, you guys take a 5-minute break, and I'm going to move the information over because, yeah.
That's okay. It's trial and error for everyone.
Cool.
Yeah, I need to get rid of.
Then again,
So see you guys in 5 minutes, and I'm going to cut the recording here, and then we'll get started. And we're back after technical difficulties, and first up is a PC.
well, Rich wouldn't mind going first and trying some things out.
How far away is all this starting, Tommy? Like medium or something?
Medium, yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now, by the way, Tommy?
Yeah.
Seeing a huge pack of things, Twitch gets a big grin on his face and he goes rummaging in his backpack. So that's what moves it, and he brings out a grenade
All right.
and he's going to toss it, which he can do since he's a grenadier, so he can toss it. It doesn't need like another move thingy to pull a pin out, does it? That's part of the action.
Well, no, just to grab it would be the maneuver to take it out.
Oh yeah, but I don't need one with like. pull
No,
it
that's
out
an
or something.
incidental. That's just
Yeah,
like a
alright,
thumb
cool.
flick.
Yeah, so he's going to do that.
Okay. So I'll say that the horde, because they are a horde, the minions obviously are engaged with each other, but I'm going to say that the group that you're able to hit can hit 2 other entities. So, yeah. So you can affect three entities at once. An entity as in like an entire minion group as well. Just to make it simple, shall we just say the 3 nearest you?
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, great.
Alright, and he is going to try an in, so he's going to go like cartoon style, squint his eyes, his tongue out, he's like, and then he's going to throw.
Alright, great. I'm going to use a story
what's the
point.
difficulty? Fair enough. Medium, so that's 1 purple, 1 red.
Yeah, and I don't think these guys have any defense. Let me just double check though, because the roamer might, but I don't think so. Let's see. Roamer.
Is that car unexploded?
No, I mean, these are all exploded long ago. Those are shells of what they used to be.
I like how you're thinking, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Use a story point to make it not explode.
Alright, so no defense.
Just the way we like it.
Alright, so damage. Got it, okay. So 10 damage, not enough for blast, but you do 10 damage. Do you want to apply it to... Well, actually, who are you aiming for as the center?
The group closest, probably.
Okay, so 10 damage. Solid hit, though. So...
I'm actually, if I activate blast, because I can do it with a story point, does it still need to go through soak? That's right.
Sorry, what?
I can still activate blast as a grenadier. Does the damage go through soak again for blast itself? It does, right?
Soak is applied to the blast damage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm trying to think. I can use a story point to trigger blast, and then it would be another. Let's see here.
Yeah, don't forget, when
Blast.
you do grenades for qualities, you should put in... oh, is that
Yeah.
quality the blast? It's blast 3?
No, it's blast 6.
Okay, yeah, make
So-
sure to put that in just so that we can see it when it's rolled next time.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, I got those mixed up.
But blast is a quality that needs to be activated, right? No?
Yeah, he's using a special ability for
Oh,
Grenadier that can use a story point.
Grenadier allows me to activate, so that would be another 8 damage. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
but-
to the, and then I'll also apply to the the folks close by. So you're gonna
so
do
yeah,
that,
let's do that. Yeah, let's do that
All
for
right,
story
so
point.
10 on the first, and let me just double check the soak on these guys. So oh, that's not right. What the heck? Ah, fantastic. It looks like that got overwritten for some reason. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm just going to double check the stats from the book.
I'll use the story point meanwhile before we forget.
Alright, great. Okay, so... Okay, I've got their soak now. Alright, so the initial blast definitely, or the initial hit definitely takes one out. So, let's see, that was, oh wait, that was 11 damage on that first one. 10, right. So, there, so then there's Whoa. Ugh. Unfortunately, they're all linked. Okay. Don't worry, that's an easy fix.
That was a big loss.
Are you sure that wasn't the mini nuke you threw?
I know, right?
Science. I made grenade-sized nuke with like a pinball and some hairspray. Really epic to use my grenade.
Oh, don't forget, guys. Everybody has got +1 to their wound stress rune for this mission.
That is correct.
Really? Why?
Threshold. Wound threshold. Sorry, excuse me.
Because of Rolo's side mission.
Well, Aratir and Charlotte because of Marion's side mission, and then Rolo, Shizing, and Twitch because of Rolo's side mission.
And I lost mine because I did something stupid already. I lost it, like, basically I lost an advantage earlier.
Yours was that you lost was strain.
Really?
Yes.
I'm getting things confused.
Alright. And now we've got the blast damage. So blast damage is 8 total. So this will hit
8 to all targets, right?
Yep. And with minions, it's especially deadly. So it is actually going to take 2 out in this group. And just to make things easier, I'm just going to delete them completely. And heavily damages the others. In effect, all of the minions have been placed at their wound threshold.
And the Roman?
Sweet.
Oh, it's the upper one, right.
That's a great hit.
And the roamer was also hit as well, but the roamer is quite a bit tougher than the rest. Just make sure that this bar is incorrect. Yeah, unfortunately, just when I switch back and forth between the NPC and character sheet, because I didn't have time to completely redo the sheets, it resets some values, so bear with me while I update those. So 14.
At least you now get to do it all in one nice go.
Yeah, I think I know what happened. I had that happen to me with my Raider minions too.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's good to know. I'll be prepared for next time. I just didn't realize that it wasn't a toggle. That's fine. It's still a great sheet, so. Alright, so... that was... okay, so just a little bit gets through on that roamer. Okay, so now we have... anything else before I move forward? Alright, so NPC is up. So these are just the ones that are closer to you guys. They're actually ones that you can't see that are already inside the barricade that are trying to swarm over the Brotherhood of Steel. So these guys are medium distance, so they're going to start closing the distance, and they are moving into short. Alright, so next up is a PC.
I can snag this one. I'll make my primary target the pack of ghouls that I just pinged, the kind of uninjured minions. Did you decide, Tommy, if the roamers have defense or not?
They don't.
Okay, so I can basically assign my subsequent hits to anyone I want.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will... I'm not going to get to aim. That's a bummer. I'll kind of move... Can I move over to where the other Brotherhood folk are, or is that...
Well, no, they're kind of... It's hard to show, but they're actually within the barricade. You can see them.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, but you
the
guys
wall,
are
yeah.
right by the sign, basically.
Yeah, I got
On the
you.
outside.
Okay. I won't move closer such that because I'd have to basically move into engaged with those two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just stay here. Might miss this time. So it'll be. So I'm going to take one of the cohorts. Doesn't matter to me which one.
Okay. I'm going to use a story point.
All right. Upgrade in. And let's see that minigun. Oh no!
Oh no.
Wow, wow. There was not a success or a failure roll. Only advantages and threats.
Oh, the beauty of the narrative dice system.
Oh yeah.
All right, so 4 advantages though.
Yeah, I will. I guess recover 1 strain, pass a boost to the next person, and pass a boost to myself next round.
And which cohort did you use? Not that it matters, but just curious.
Let's say dog meat.
Okay.
He's out there like barking and kind of distracting or something.
Okay. All right. Are you done?
Yeah, my 2 maneuvers were to. I didn't move. I could have aimed, I guess. Can I add a late boost? I added the strain for 2 maneuvers. I was thinking I was going to move closer for one and prepare for the other, but I only needed to prepare.
Oh, but that would have put you into engage, which would have changed the difficulty.
Right, which is why I said I didn't do it, but I forgot to add another maneuver in for it. My initial thought was to move closer, thinking I could come like to where the other Brotherhood were, but then when I realized
I see.
the layout.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and add the boost.
All right. Does the EED not work anymore? I'll just roll a boost off my sheet.
Yeah. I don't know. GM Rhino may have updated his sheet.
Denied.
Boosts to everyone.
Can I pass another boost to myself?
You know, that's interesting. In Genesis, I wonder if it's a little bit different. Can you do that repeatedly, or?
I
Because
don't know.
It's worded differently than Star Wars.
They took away that you can elect this option multiple times from the strain recovery option, which is what kind of basically because that said multiple, the other ones didn't. I think people understood that to mean you couldn't, but then they got rid of the mention of multiple. You know.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I'll do that then. All right, that's my turn then.
All right. Next PC.
I will. Rolo will just move up towards this guy's here.
Oh, you can't. They're behind the barricades. You guys are
behind
kind of
the barricade.
coming around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rolo just notices that Charlotte missed. You know, everybody's a little tense. So he just kind of like looks around. Come on, everyone. Come on, we can do this. Just focus on the small ones and then take out the roamers after. We can do this. Just focus. Work as a group. And he's going to use Inspiring Rhetoric.
So you have a boost from me, remember?
Cool. So 1 boost, Inspiring Rhetoric, is diff 2. Is an average difficulty.
All right.
It is an
I'm going
average
to
difficulty.
roll a story point. You guys have a lot of story points, you know.
You really care a lot about it.
Rolo is gonna use a story point then. All right, where's my leadership? It is with leadership. Yeah, leadership. Then go to the other page. Scroll up. Scroll down.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
All right. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say that Charlotte. How many strength do you have, Charlotte?
2.
2. So Charlotte's gonna heal 2. Twitch is gonna heal 2. And Shizing is gonna heal 2. Just so it works, let me explain. So Inspiring Rhetoric is kind of like scanning thyroid. So for every success, 1 PC recovers 1 strain. For every advantage, I can then split the advantage between those PCs. So I could say, like, in this case, I'm giving 1 advantage to each one of the PCs, so I can get 3 PCs that recover 3 strings.
Okay.
Um,
I'll say
now
with the Triumph, unless you want to do something different, I'll say that whoever was affected by this, you can choose one of them to get an upgrade on their next skill check.
Sure, yeah. And then as this happened, Rolos puts his hand on well, I wouldn't be that close, but he kind of like reach over, points to Shizing, put Black Betty to some good use, and Shizing is gonna get an upgrade.
All right. All right, all done?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, just to make things smoother, this is kind of the rule that I use in Pathfinder Society too, is when you're done, actually say done so that I know, and then I'll advance the
Oh, okay.
thing. Yeah,
Will
just make
do.
it easier. And I'll do the same too. All right, so NPC, these guys are going to get closer. So they're moving into short range, and this guy is moving into short range. And this one actually is really, really, really wanting to get to you guys, and he's not a minion, so he can do this. So this one is actually going to take 2 strain, which actually translates to damage for these guys. It's just running over, tearing its feet apart, trying to get it up to people, and is lunging for Arthur. So Arthur, any defense? Oh, whoops, wrong one. Arthur, any defenses?
Defenses. 1 defense from my armor.
All right, good. Good. So here goes the swing. Setback. Yes. Okay. And it misses. So, yeah, part of us caught on the armor, but it's going to pass. It's going to pass some boost. Well, let's say this. 2 of those advantages are going to put a setback on you, and the other 2 are going to give a boost to the next feral ghoul around there. And that guy is done. Well, that was actually 2 moves, so all done. PC turn.
So am I engaged with the ghoul?
You are, yes.
All right. I'll step back, 1 move, 1 maneuver, and I would assume we had our guns already pulled out at this point.
Yes.
I will shoot at the ghoul that was attacking me.
All right, no defense on it.
So 1 purple, 1 black, and then ranged lights. And there are a couple boosts floating around, aren't there?
Not anymore. I passed 2 to myself and 1 to Rolo, who used it.
Okay, we'll just shoot then.
Alright, so pew 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 misses though. What do you do with those advantages?
I'll one to myself and then 2 to the next 2 players.
Alright, all done?
Done.
Alright, next PC.
think that's me, right?
Yep.
So Shazina will, because Rolo's speech, feel like showing off a little bit. So she's going to take aim and auto fire. Then there's the boost from Rolo, and she's also going to kind of like encourage Robert Jones to start shooting too.
Okay. So before
So
you
that-
roll though, so you are going to do auto fire, but we need to determine like how far your auto fire is going to go because that'll affect the difficulty. So, do you want to just hit the ones closer to you, or do you want to actually try to get as many as possible by going for the full group?
Go for the full group.
Okay, so they are at medium range, so then that's going to add a difficulty, so it's going to be a hard check, 3 purple.
And it's not a boost, it's an upgrade that I give you.
Correct. And Robert Jones gives you 2 boosts. So 1 upgrade to your check, your skill, and 2 boosts.
So 2 blue, 1 upgrade, 3 purple, and then my gun dice, right?
Yes.
And because I'm aiming,
Another boost.
for 3 blue, take 2 strength.
Oh, you want to aim twice? Which you can do.
I'll just aim once.
Okay. Yep, 3 boosts. Ooh, nice.
She's showing off.
Alright, so that is 12 damage, and that's 12 damage 3 times. Alright, so how do you want to apply that?
Sorry, what was the question?
How would you like to apply the 3 hits? Like, where each of the hits going?
Can I hit the rover and then some of the group?
Yep, absolutely. So, I guess what I'm saying is that I don't want to game it too much because, you know, as you're auto firing, you're kind of just spraying. So it's not like you hit 1 hit, oh, did he go down? Let me hit him again. I need to know how many hits you're hitting the roamer with and then how many hits are going to others. So you have 3 total hits.
I'll say 1 hit towards the roamer and then the rest of the girl kind of like aiming, shooting as she's coming up aiming. So like kind of does a blanket.
Okay, so we're going to do, in other words, so we're getting 1 hit for each, right? So 1 roamer, 1, and then 1 each for the 2 groups.
Does that work?
No, I'm asking you, is that what you want to do?
Sure.
Well, I'm not trying to influence your roll. I'm just trying to clarify where the hits are going.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so 1 each. So that is 12 in this guy. Solid hit on the roamer, but it's pretty tough actually. But these other guys are completely wiped out. So the minion groups who are on the brink already are just turned into a fine red mist. Good shot. Anything else?
No, I'm done.
Alright, NPC. So these ghouls are going to run into short range. This one is going to head for Charlotte, actually. And it's going to take 2 strain to be able to attack.
No defense.
Alright. Let's see if this thing actually gets through. I doubt it though. Clang. I'm going to pass. Oh wait, I forgot that I passed a boost. try the EED. Just.
Yeah, give it a go. I did and nothing happened. Oh. Do you have to put a number before it? Maybe that's what I did wrong. I just put B.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you need the number, I guess?
I think so. Yeah.
Alright, that's good to know. That's easier than like going through to just add one forgotten die by like zeroing everything out and doing all that.
So it's 7 damage, but I don't think that gets 7 pierce 1. Does that get
Nope.
through?
Nope, you've come up short.
Okay, so no crit. However, I'm going to say that many advantages, so 5 advantages. It is going to let's see. I'm going to say that it knocks your minigun out of your hand. Yeah. And I'll pass a boost to the next one. And this one's actually going to run towards Arthur. So, 1 defense, I believe, on Arthur, correct?
1 defense.
Alright. Oh, came up short.
Boost.
Oh, right. The magic of boosts. Alright, so those guys are done. So it is the start of the next round, PC.
Charlotte will call out for someone to get the one that's on her off of her so she can, do what she should be doing.
I could do it, but I kind of want to make use of my flaws thing too, so somebody else wants to do it.
Shazin will let out like a big sigh and take aim at it.
Alright, so it is engaged with Charlotte, so it is 1 native upgrade. And I'm actually going to use a story point. So 2 upgrades on that shot.
I will steal a story point.
Alright, so I won't even move anything then.
Okay, so
2 upgrades to difficulty.
two upgrades to difficulty. She's gonna aim twice.
Okay.
Can I get Robert Jones to shoot at it too?
Yeah, sure. Just flavor-wise, it'd probably make more sense for dog meat to kind of get in there. Because instead of shooting, because melee doesn't affect. I mean, obviously that's not going to change the mechanics. I'm just saying, flavor-wise, dog meat nipping on some ankles and trying to pull the feral ghoul away might seem like a better choice.
I full-heartedly approve.
All right.
So that's 2 blue, 2 purple, 2 upgrades, and then my gun, right?
1 purple. It's short range.
Yeah, 1 purple.
And didn't I have some extra boost I passed around? Or did those get used already?
No, I think it got used. Though actually, I don't know, to be honest.
Too many dice. About.
That's too many. Something's wrong with that roll. Let me make sure the Game Master sheet doesn't have stuff in there, but I'm pretty sure I cleared mine out.
What's wrong about it, Tommy?
Oh, is that her skill? She has 5 characteristics. She has dedication.
No, 5 ranks.
Do.
5 ranks, not characteristic.
Just 5 ranks, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't believe it the first time I saw it, but I went and looked, and lo and behold, 5 ranks.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well.
Shazin is really good at shooting.
Wow, fantastic. Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say with 2 triumphs. I mean, we don't have to worry about the damage. I mean, you take that one out. That's an auto crit right there. devastation gone. And I'll say that not only do you take that out, but Charlotte can get an upgrade to her check. You know, she really cleared the way for you.
Perfect.
Nice shot.
And then I'm done.
Oh, sorry. I forgot that is an NPC turn. Okay. So, the one on Charlotte's gone, and I'm going to say these minions close in, and they're actually going to go for Twitch. So, Twitch, any defenses?
None.
Alright, so here goes. They're clawing at you. Okay. The reason for that is the number of ghouls, so... Oh, crap. Alright, so 9 damage and need to roll a crit. With that threat, we can say that one of them got damaged while hitting you.
Is crit also in the sheet somewhere?
It is, yeah.
Oh, critical injury, so...
It's a good crit to
That
have.
was probably the best result you could have hoped for.
Just put a scratch.
Alright, so I'm done. Next up is PC.
I can snag this one. I will. Well, there's some risk involved in this, but I'm gonna go ham on the giant cluster of ghouls.
Okay.
So it's 1 difficulty. I've got an upgrade. I will aim only once because I've got to pick up the minigun.
And the boost.
Yeah, and I've got 2 boosts from Robert Jones, a boost passed to me, 2 I passed myself. Alright, and an upgrade from
So,
people
upgrade
engaged.
for me, but there are people that are engaged, so, and also another...
Oh, you also flipped? Okay.
Yep.
That's 2 upgrades. Alright, let's make a lot of noise here.
I was like, come on, despair!
That's underwhelming.
That's a lot of boost dice. Wow.
So I'll hit, I guess, the injured ghoul with my first hit for 14.
Alright, that's enough. That one's gone.
Huh. How did I swing this one? I'll hit the other roamer, I guess, with the second hit.
Okay. 14 damage. Goodness gracious. More than half on it. Good shot. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Next PC.
Rolo will since does this rumor has acted already or no?
That one has not, actually.
Okay. I will use quick draw. Quick strike, sorry. And aim.
Well,
Double
no,
aim.
it has acted in this encounter. Quick strike, I thought, unless they changed it, it hasn't.
Oh,
acted
okay. I
yet.
thought it was like the round. Okay. All right,
Yeah,
okay,
it's not
then.
each round. That would be hilariously broken if it were.
I would just do another inspiring rhetoric. And just shout, Rolo has been just in cover the whole time, watching as his feral ghouls keep getting just annihilated. He looks out, he's like, "All right, they're almost down. Come on, keep going. We can do this." And Inspiring Rhetoric, which is no boost. I don't get a boost. No, I get a boost, right? No, I don't. And upgrade. All right. Inspiring Rhetoric.
And who are you shooting at? Well, actually, they're all engaged, so don't forget the upgrade. So actually, now that I think about it, before you roll, I still have a story point. So it's going to be 2 upgrades to the difficulty.
You use 2 story points?
No, I had one from before. I'm saying that... No, they're 2 upgrades because the people are engaged. All your targets
Well, I'm using Inspiring Rhetoric.
Okay, never mind. So just 1 upgrade.
I guess my combat skill did not use. Never mind. I'll just have to go to the skill page. So using story points, I gotta upgrade. I'll use a story point. So upgrade mine. Leadership. There we go. That is not right. Sorry. No, it is. It's because they're sport. Yeah, those are the green, right? That's the green bug.
Yes, that is the green bug. Yeah. I wish that would be fixed, but yeah.
I was like, wait, I didn't roll that much. Okay, so it will be Shaizinha, Aratir, Charlotte. I'll recover 1 strain, and then Shaizinha recovers 1 extra strain. And with the Triumph, I am gonna pass. I'm gonna upgrade the difficulty of the Feral Ghoul Roamer's next attack. He's kind of confused, not understanding who's shouting why, you know. Like, what is this noises? Breaking his concentration, I guess.
Good job.
Done.
Alright, NPC is up. That NPC by, it smells blood. It's going for Twitch. And I don't think there are any defenses on Twitch, correct? Or is there?
No, but I want to use the story point.
Aha, okay. So, story point is used, difficulty upgraded. I do like that we can just hit upgrade. Huh. Did you guys see that? I didn't see mine.
No, I didn't see anything either.
Oh, that's weird. I hope it doesn't just like send a duplicate later, but alright. We're gonna try again. There we go. Thought that was a triumph at first, but no, it's a despair.
It's my upgrade. Woo!
So 8 damage, pierce 1, but despair. What happens to this thing?
Maybe like one of its arms fall off.
Yeah, one of his arms fell off.
Game mechanic though wise. I mean, I'm totally down for that, but what does it actually do?
It lurches past, it claws at Twitch, lurches past him, trips over its own feet, falls, and hits the ground, and the arm pops off.
Well, it still hits me, so I guess it makes more sense that like it tears into me, but I kind of just kick it away.
His arm gets stuck in Twitch's metal armor, and Twitch is kind of like, as it fights it off, rips it out.
Alright, sure. So what I'll do is, I'll go ahead and just, we'll say that it's off balance, and it'll have an upgrade to the difficulty of its next attack. Alright, that was that one. That one's done. The next one, these guys, yeah, the ones that hit Twitch last time are also going to go for him again. So, here goes.
Really dead. I don't like this.
So, 7 damage.
Oh, is it 7 again?
Sorry, what did you say, Twitch?
No. I said I thought 8, but it's the next attack already.
All right, so ooh, close. Looks like that wound threshold that you guys got from the side
It
mission
saved
helped.
me.
All right, PC is up.
All right. Which is going to take step away. Step 1. Yes, and then he's going to use a impact. That's -5.
Okay, now remember that. Oh, you did it. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
No, isn't it? I can't do that, right?
Well, no, you can,
Want
but
to
it's
take it
just
out
going
and
to
want
take
to-
strain because you have.
Yeah, but
Oh
then
wait,
I
no,
can't
it would be
move.
3 maneuvers.
No,
That's
I-
right. Yeah.
You sucked. I blame you for this. Right, well, I'm going to hold my ground then and still do the taking out and the applying it. Right. And then I'm still going to shoot the feral ghoul with my shotgun, I think, and get some payback. So he's engaged, right?
Yes.
Oh, there's heavy weapons. What is that again? All of bad things.
If it's a ranged heavy, I think it's +2 difficulty. Yeah.
So 2 upgrades on.
No, it's actually
One.
+2 difficulty. Straight up, not
Oh.
just upgrades.
So it's 3 purple then.
Yeah.
Alright. Right, hang on. Yeah, let's. I'm also going to use a story point and upgrade.
So will I.
First. Where's my shotgun?
Ooh. Ooh.
So yeah, that's still 9 damage.
All right. Who are you hitting?
The cool roamer.
All right, 9 damage. All right. So for those 3 threats, I'm going to say that the roamer actually gets a free maneuver, so it's going to aim with its one good arm to swing at you. Or actually, no, it's going to be the other guys. They see their opportunity. They're ready to pounce. All set?
That's all for me.
Are you all set?
Yes.
All right. Next PC.
I believe I'll take the turn.
Well, there should only be one left to end the round, so whoever hasn't gone yet.
I think that's me. Aim at the roamer, double aim, 2 strain.
All right, it is engaged, and I'm going to use a story point. Twitch, did you actually use your story point? I mean, did you actually hit it? Because I don't think it
I
flipped.
thought I did.
I didn't see it.
Oh, that's weird. Hang on.
There we go. All
There
right,
we go
good.
then.
All right, so you've got 2 upgrades on your attack there, right there. Difficulty.
So 2 red.
Yeah, or you can just hit upgrades on the sheet to make it easy. Well, it depends on what you're actually. It would be 1 red, 1 purple if you're using a ranged weapon.
So he's short range, which is 1 red, which was 1 purple.
Yeah,
But
and then
then-
just do 2 upgrades on the sheet itself. It'll translate it into the 1 red, 1 purple. Or you can do it yourself.
I think I'll take. I'll use a story point as well to upgrade my shot,
All right, cool.
and I will take the 2 boosts from Robert Jones.
All right.
I say, Robert, give me a hand here.
Punch him.
Ooh. All right, so 9 damage on that thing. That might be enough. Let's see. 9. Oh man, you put it right on its strain, strain or wound threshold. It's like right there, on the brink.
Can I use the boost to take another shot?
Well, I mean, no. That you would have to. You would need to declare that
Okay,
as like
for
as auto fire. But I mean, you can't get you can't use advantages to give yourself an extra attack like that after you've rolled.
can I disable the roamer?
What do you mean by disable?
For example, I shoot his legs, so he's crippled.
Well, that would kind of need a crit. Do you see? You know, like an actual crit to happen. Oh, you do have a
Which
critical.
you
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
do.
absolutely. Yeah, roll a crit. Or I guess I would roll the crit since it's my sheet, since we're doing it that way. Yeah, I'll do that. 1 second.
We'll do the crit.
Or the problem is that these aren't linked by sheet, so I'm just going to do it by the roller here. Geez, I forgot how it was done on this one. Let's see if that does it. No. Oh, I can just do it with roll 20s. Derp. There we go. 84. Team assistant, can you take a look at the journal and tell me what that one is?
I've been talking this whole time. I'm on mute. 84 is winded. Oh, well, not so great. Can't voluntarily suffer strain to activate abilities or gain additional maneuvers.
All right. Okie doke.
Overpowered is 76 to 80. I had them flipped in my head. I thought you were getting overpowered.
Yeah, I knew it was close. All right. Anything else, Arthur?
Done.
All right. Start of the round. PC.
All right, I'll finish this business off. I guess I'll add my upgrade in. I'll go for the roamer natively, and you're going to upgrade again?
Yep.
I'll upgrade to...
All right. So that's 2 upgrades. It is engaged with Twitch.
Yep. And 1 difficulty. And I'm going to aim twice, and I've got the cohort boost from... We'll have dog meat in there just ripping and tearing at people. And... Let me fire my weapon now. Oh, let me make sure I clicked out. I did. Okay. So 14 to the roamer, 13 to the roamer, and 13 to the group.
Okay. Let's see how far that 13 goes. Takes 2 out.
Sweet.
Takes 2 out, and third one is damaged.
Awesome. Just a strain for the threat since it's just 1, I assume?
Yeah. All done?
All done.
Alright, so these roamers, they're still going for Twitch. 2 of them are down though, so they're not going to be able to hit nearly as hard. And here
You have a
goes.
problem, you can just tell me, Tommy.
Oh no, I mean they're ghouls, they smell blood.
No,
so-
no, I'm kidding. I would do the same, no worries.
Alright, they miss. And I'll say they stumble over themselves.
That laugh got me. Sorry.
Oh, that's weird. Wait, no, that roll is wrong.
Yeah, they rolled.
No,
yeah,
no, it's
I think you put in an upgrade, but you didn't put in any.
I hit the dice pool roll instead of this roll. Still missed, but yeah, that's what happened. Okay, so that is it. It's all of you guys.
Yeah, so who are they engaged with? Is it just me now?
Yes.
Right, well, I'm going to take a step back, so I'm not engaged with them.
Mhm.
And then Twitch is going for some payback.
All right. Make it happen.
He's going to aim. Short, so that's.
Don't forget your story
one.
points. I mean, you've got them.
How many do we have? You know, fine. But only because I'm mad. You're not doing anything upgrade-wise?
Nope.
You gave up on them. Yeah, so that's 11 damage.
And a
then-
blast. Yeah, that does it.
And the buff. Dead. Dead. Be gone. Vengeance is mine.
All right. So, as the dust clears, all three of them, Paladin Dance, Night Reese, and Scribe Halen, Charlotte, you're here! Oh, thank goodness! However, Night Reese levels his gun at Robert. What the hell, ghoul! What do you guys do?
Yeah,
Rolo
Charlotte
was-
will put her hand up and say, I know this armor came, we just bought this off someone. He didn't know where it came from. I actually wanted to find you, so this is convenient.
Oh, he's not pointing
Rolo.
at Rolo. He's pointing at Robert Jones, the ghoul.
Rollo
Right.
will stand in front of Robert. Like, he's with us. He's with us. Don't shoot.
I think Twitch is he's still pretty pissed that the ghouls attack him, so he just levels his shotgun at the other guy. He's like, "You can do it, man. I'm already in a bad mood."
All right, so
Let's calm down here. Everybody, put the gun down.
Everybody be cool.
all right, so that's going to
Every
be
single-
a 2 red check to get Night Reese to stand down. This is happening pretty quickly, so this is before Paladin Dance or Scribe Halen can calm him down. This is kind of like instinct. He's bloody, he just fought a bunch of ghouls, he sees another ghoul, and is not differentiating between feral and non-feral.
Would I, if I made the check or was part of it, would I get any boost for
Yes, absolutely.
it? All right, so my leadership is it Rolo who's got the presence?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So what's the difficulty? Well, so what's my advantage first of all?
You get 2 boosts.
I get 2 boosts. All right. Let's go to that. So I'm gonna get 2 boosts. 1, 2, 3. And the difficulty was again 2 red or purple? 2 red.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, here it goes. Everything else is zeroed out. Uh-oh. A lot of advantage though. Maybe I have time to step in front of him with the power armor, and if he was going to shoot him, I'll get shot.
Okay, let's do this. Because I don't want to just kind of wipe the roll because your power armor will block everything. But let's see. Let's make it an opposed check. It's going to be his shot versus your athletics or coordination to
All right.
intercede in time.
Let me just. I want to see what effect the power armor has on that, because it affects some stuff but not others. I know.
Right.
No, it's just for. No. Okay. So the better of my athletics or coordination. And are we going against a fixed difficulty, or?
It's opposed, but I'll actually make it.
Oh,
you can roll
okay.
it, so it'll be
All right.
coordination or athletics against 3 red.
3 red. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yikes.
it's basically he's shooting just as you're doing this.
That's tab. I think it'll be coordination, most likely. 3 green versus a yellow and a green. I'll take the 3 green, I guess. Oh no.
Oh no.
So we both get shot or something?
So, I'm gonna say that he shoots Robert, and Robert has a crit on him.
My other idea was that somehow we both get shot in like a spray of bullets for the despair, but that's fine too.
Yeah, so Robert's like, ah! And I will. Well, no, I don't want to put a crit on a character for a player who's not here. So
Yeah, I mean that's why I was saying maybe the despair is that I sort of got in the way, but not enough. So we both get hit.
actually, I'm going to say this because the despair, it needs to be bad. You don't get in the way in time, but someone else gets hit. One of the other players.
Yeah.
So.
I stepped in front of Robert right away.
Oh yeah, okay. So Rolo, you get hit by a laser pistol. So roll a crit. Yeah, I mean we're able to hear me, James. I was saying that for the despair, it needs to actually be a despair. Like you being hit by it's not really a despair because you've got your power armor that just
Sure.
blanks it out.
And who is the character that shot?
Rolo got shot. He stepped
No,
in.
no, no. Who's the one that shot? Was it the knight or the scribe?
Knight Reese.
Right. Well, I think we should shoot back.
Rolo, we allow stop. Put your guns down.
Yeah, and as
Yeah,
Rolo
but-
says that, Paladin Dance says the same thing.
Well, I can't shoot him. Fine.
So, stand down, Knight! And Knight Reese is just like, it's a ghoul! What? Ah! And then Scribe Halen turns to him and says, Charlotte brought help! They just saved our lives, you idiot! So at this, he just kind of grumbles and heads in to the police station. And at this, Paladin
Rolo
Dance-
gets shot. Rolo's standing up with a hand in one knee. He's, through the crit. I imagine you hit his leg. He's anyway. You better take care of that incompetent son of a bitch before we do.
Charlotte, thank you for arriving in the nick of time, but you and I need to speak. I need a full report on where you've been and the associates that you have. But come on, before there are more feral ghouls. I think we took out most of them, but you never know. So you guys head into Cambridge Police Station.
Shazin is going to be like really reluctant to go in. She does not trust the Brotherhood.
I mean, after that, Twitch is not going to put his shotgun away.
Whoops. All right, so Paladin Dance, now that things have calmed down just a little bit, he says, look, I'm sorry for our reaction. I'm sorry for Knight Reese shooting you. We have been under extreme circumstances, but I thank you for getting here in the nick of time. Thank you, Charlotte. However, Charlotte, I'd like to have a word with you in private. So with that...
Yeah, Charlotte shrugs and follows him to private.
All right, so Charlotte and Paladin Dance are talking, but Scribe Halen just says, I am so sorry. Thank you so much. Look, I don't care who you all are. If you're here with Charlotte, it means that you're good people. All of you. And when she says that, she gives a very pointed look to Robert Jones. I mean, she is including him in this. And she starts rummaging around for medical supplies. And so, yes, she hands over 10 medical supplies and a stim pack to Rolo. But you guys will need to use the medicine check yourselves if you want. But in the meantime, Paladin Dance is talking to Charlotte. Charlotte, while I am thankful for you being here, for lack of a better word, what is going on here? You're in the company of a ghoul, raider trash. What report?
So Sanctuary has continued to grow from its original couple people when I arrived, and some of the people coming in, I guess would fit into any of those categories you just named. However, they are seeming to be peaceful members of the community who are, attempting to, build the settlement rather than raid or, make a living at the expense of others.
All right, so at this, he listens to your words, but as soon as you say sanctuary, you see him kind of give you a bit of a double take. I mean, he knew that you were going to sanctuary, but it's kind of like this has reminded him. And at this point, he says, Charlotte, that settlement is in trouble. And while that's happening, the rest of you guys, you actually can kind of hear some of what's happening, or the conversation, because what Paladin Dance doesn't realize is that he's talking next to an air vent. He's a floor above you. You guys can hear the echo through the air vent. So everyone other than Charlotte, roll a daunting 4 purple perception check. And if you succeed, you'll actually hear the rest of the conversation Dance is having with her.
Arathia will strain himself to hear extra hard using a story point.
And everybody can roll. So it's not just the party. So everybody can do this. Ooh. Okay, so Arathir, this is what you hear. And Paladin Dance has explained to Charlotte, Sister, we had a run-in with Institute synths. According to the information Scribe Halen gleaned through hacking their memory banks, Sanctuary Hills has been compromised. A member of the Institute is part of that community. It could even be one of your current companions.
I was on mute. Charlotte's eyes kind of go back and forth. I can certainly keep a lookout. I have no issue with, part of what we need to do with these settlements is to keep them, safe from all threats within and without.
And what greater threat is there than the Institute?
Charlotte nods right along.
Purpose here. One of your companions could be one of your companions could be a synth. And at this, his eyes get this really serious look, and he says, we need to do a test on each of them.
If we can figure out a way to disguise it as something else, I shouldn't think there'd be an issue. But if it's too overt, people may realize.
That is a very good point. So he kind of sits there and thinks for a second, and he says, I've got it. We're going to have medical checks on all of them. We'll see. We'll see if there's metal beneath the faux flesh of these synths.
I think that's probably the way to do it. We just need... Yes, I think that makes sense. We can even have the rest of our unit keep an eye on anyone whose reaction is suspicious to hearing this. People who might be worried about undergoing such inspection.
Okay. So, he returns to the room and says, sorry for what happened. We are going to provide medical care for all of you. And Yeah, so when he says that, does anyone have any objections to the medical checks that they'll be doing on you?
Oh yeah. Shazina's not going anywhere with any of these people.
Oh no, I mean they're not taking you off to some, room. They're just doing medical checks on you just inside of everybody else.
Yeah, she's not gonna let them touch her or anything. She's fine. She didn't even get shot. She'll. I'm good. You guys can leave me alone.
Okay.
Charlotte will also suggest that she go, like she'll be there, to kind of, if that makes Shazina feel any more comfortable, and also point out that there are, a variety of diseases that exist in the wasteland that, yeah, you haven't been shot, but you may be infected and not even know it, and here's a chance to get looked at.
I don't know, that sounds really suspicious to get treatment from 3 people we don't know, one of which tried to shoot us not a minute ago.
Well, you don't know them, but I know them. I mean, these are my people.
Yeah, and what great people they are.
I'm okay with them doing this medical check, but I want Night Riz off the room.
So Paladin Dance kind of nods, and Night Reese just kind of walks away, really angrily, stomps away. All right, so is Shazina the only one who's not consenting to this check?
I mean, Twitch is really reluctant to do it, but I guess if he can keep an eye on them, he'll probably let it happen.
Okay. Shazina, are you consenting to the check or not?
Depends on how invasive it is.
Well, you won't know until they actually start checking you.
She's gonna fight this.
Okay, so at this point, Paladin Dance turns to Charlotte and says, one of your companions is not consenting to this routine medical check. And he kind of gives you a very pointed look at what that means.
Yeah, Charlotte will shake her head and say, to Shazina, I don't know why you're giving up the opportunity to get looked at. If you get sick in a week or in a month, then this was the chance to stop it. I mean, doesn't seem very smart since, we've got limited resources back home.
At this point, Paladin Dance says, well, more supplies for us.
Yeah, Charlotte's kind of in the same boat. I mean, she's kind of pushing it as a good idea, but if she's not going to do it, she's not going to knock her out and make her get looked at.
Right.
Now, quick question.
Arthur, you heard this conversation though, so you know what that implication is.
Yeah.
And Scribe Halen is she didn't hear that part, but Paladin Dance is kind of staring at Shazina for a second, but then he turns back to Charlotte and says, well, it seems that you have a lot to think about. One thing though, you are to sever ties with Sanctuary, and you will remain here with Reconnaissance Team Gladius for the remainder of your stay in the Commonwealth. What is Charlotte's reaction to that?
With all due respect, I think I can do more work, to stabilize the wasteland remaining where I am as Sanctuary grows. My influences, it's multiplied by, each person that comes in.
Okay, so we're going to need a social check of some kind to convince Paladin Dance to allow Charlotte to remain in Sanctuary. So if this fails, it doesn't mean that... What this means is that Charlotte will be directly disobeying her command, or her commander. So
sure.
That'll bring in story elements, mechanical elements. But you may be able to convince him. So obviously your team can help. The presence of Robert complicates things, so it's actually going to make it a 3 red check. So it's a hard check, 3 reds.
Anything for, our
I can
bailing them
attempt to
out back
charm
there?
him.
Yes, actually. So I'll give you a boost.
Cool.
Is Charlotte that has to roll, or can anybody roll?
Charlotte will need to be a part of the roll. So either.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the lead. I mean, maybe, again, blend my leadership with your presence if you have an idea of what to say to add to the
It's just
conversation.
that, yeah, okay.
Maybe, like, vouch. Well, I'll
Leadership
let you
doesn't
figure it out.
seem like the right role here, but sure. Yeah, I have my 4 presence.
Okay, so what is Rolo saying to help out with Charlotte's leadership?
It's dance, right? Can I just call you dance? Listen, Charlotte has done a lot of good for Sanctuary. I have been there only a brief amount, a short period of time. Charlotte has been there since the beginning, and if it wasn't for her, I don't know if Sanctuary would still exist without the Raider attacks, Super Mutant attacks. I heard of a run-in with Sense by some of the group. We need her knowledge. We need her protection. If you take her away, what kind of group is the Brotherhood? Taking one of the main protectors of the settlement away from them.
Good one. So for the roleplay there, you brought out some excellent points. I will give you, on top of the skilled assistance, an additional boost.
Sounds good. Alrighty, here it's I'll flip 1, 2. Alrighty. Here goes. Woo!
Close.
So Paladin Dance, it looks like he is chewing on multiple Sour Patch Kids, and this is a sour taste. But he agrees. He nods. You did appeal to his better nature, and he says, "Fine. You may continue as liaison to Sanctuary."
Would it be better if I become an initiate under Charlotte while at Sanctuary?
You want to, even though you got hit by Night Reese? I mean, this is a cool development, but just want to double check.
Hey, and Rolo understands people make mistakes.
Okay, well, yeah, sure. Paladin Dance, actually, that kind of draws a surprised look from him, and he says, "Well, certainly, of course. The more the merrier." And he looks to Charlotte and says, "Ad Victoriam."
She responds, and actually, yeah, she's kind of looking sideways at Rolo with a surprise. Not anything negative, but surprise for sure.
The best way to change something is from within, isn't it, right? So, the Brotherhood needs people with more open minds. And I consider myself to be one of them.
Yeah, that gets another sour look from Paladin Dance.
Yeah, I think Charlotte would join with a slightly, not concerned, a little concerned look.
So at this point, Night Reese says, "So we're just going to let that thing walk around in here?" And he's pointing to Robert. Any response from you guys?
He.
The thing?
Yeah,
he's Dogmeat.
I mean, he
Dogmeat has a name.
He helped fight the other ghouls. There's he's a person still.
And at this, Night Reese just kind of shakes his head and is like, Charlotte. And he says, "Well, I'm going to go downstairs and interrogate the prisoner some more."
Well, prisoner.
So with that, Scribe Halen kind of looks at Dance and then looks back at you, but she doesn't say anything.
Back at who? Charlotte?
Back at Twitch, since he was the one who asked. But yeah, so Knight Reese, and actually he was cracking his knuckles as he was going downstairs.
Are we all just going to casually ignore Billiard Face over there going downstairs to a prisoner?
Shazena's not going to say anything, but she's going to start raising her gun, getting ready to fight down to figure out who did.
Would it be okay if we walk around in this place? After all, we've just saved you.
Yeah, that's a good point. So at this point, Paladin Dance says, actually, I'm trying to figure out how he would react to that. Actually, Scribe Halen says, look, they might know something about our prisoner. Why not let them see? And so Paladin Dance just kind of says, and then he nods. He did notice Shizina drawing her gun. That's a bad idea in front of a building full of Brotherhood of Steel people. Okay, so
Shizina's good at making bad decisions.
Eric here is just going to kind of pat Shazina, say, okay, no, put it away, put it away.
Alright, so we will
Down, girl.
move down to the jail cells.
As Charlotte walks by, Roller's like, so I guess I'm your apprentice now, boss.
Yeah, she turns back and nods.
Gives it a wink.
Yeah, she gives him a nod and a, hope you got what it takes. There's a lot to learn.
Hey, at least he already has the armor.
I mean, if what it takes is shooting innocent ghouls, then I guess I don't. But we'll talk about it.
Wow.
Someone use a picture from a modded hair.
So, Knight Reese is ahead of you guys, and Robert says, "It's her! It's her!" And Knight Reese turns back and says, "Who? What, you know her? She's with the Institute." And Robert just shakes his head, No, it's got to be a misunderstanding. And Reese just says, "Look at her. Like, she's definitely not from the wasteland. You know, when we found her with all those raiders, I mean, she's definitely with the Institute." And at this, you actually hear Paladin Dance heading downstairs as well. And yeah, so what do you guys make of the situation? This was the captive. This was the kidnapping victim that Robert has been looking for.
Why are you so sure that she's with the Institute?
For one thing, just look at her. She's too clean. Her complexion is too clear, and her hair. There's no way. She doesn't even know her own name. And at this, the captive just looks like really confused and, really distraught.
Looks to me like you just have a scared woman in a prison cell because she looks kind of funny. You're making a lot of decisions that are kind of odd this side of an atom bomb,
She's definitely with the Institute.
Rolo walks closer to the cage and, "Hey, you. Do you know that man?" And points it over, not like looks over to Robert.
She kind of looks hesitantly, but she just shakes her head and says, No, I don't. And Robert's just kind of giving her this look like, "Look, I know that you've been through a lot, and come on, Bethany, it's me, Robert." "Oh, so her name is Bethany, is it?" And Reese doesn't look very convinced. So Paladin Dance at this point says, she and he's kind of hesitating as he's talking, and finally he says, "We do have reason to believe that she works with the Institute."
Why? I hope it's a better explanation than "oh, she has funny hair."
She looks like none of the raiders that we've come across. Her hygiene, her teeth, everything points to someone who has not been in the
Well, my
wasteland.
understanding here is that she was kidnapped. That she's not a raider. That is at
Oh,
least the
she's
story
definitely
that
not a
Robert
raider.
gave us.
She may have been kidnapped, but it is our belief that she is with the Institute. Robert's like, no, no, no. Her name is Bethany. She's a little bit slow. All right? I mean, she's a pretty girl. She didn't really have to she's always been able to get by on her looks, and she just look, it's just all a big misunderstanding. So actually, while Robert is saying this, all of you give me a 2 red, 1 purple vigilance check.
Remember, so would any of us be engaged just because the area is small? I just don't have a.
Sure.
Just want to. What was that?
You all can be engaged with each other. That's fine.
All right. So everyone gets 2 boosts.
Yeah.
And just 2 red. Or 2 red, 1 purple.
2 red, 1 purple.
Two despairs, 3 despairs.
Wow. Okay, so most of you completely believe Robert, but Arthur, you know that Robert is just straight up lying, and with the advantage, you can kind of tell Robert has never met this person ever. How you feel like sharing that information later on is up to you, but right now at this very moment, you know that Robert is lying through his teeth. But regardless, though, the rest of you believe this. Here is this innocent girl, Bethany, who is guilty of the crime of good hygiene in the wasteland. So how are you guys going to get her out of this situation?
Yeah, I guess Charlotte will put a hand on Knight Reese's arm and kind of say, Reese, it might be, I think you're starting to see synths in every shadow. Next year you're going to have someone, in here because they, like different food than you or something, it seems like you're grasping at straws a bit here.
Charlotte, you were not a part of this team until, no, how does he say this? Charlotte, you've been gone from this team for too long. You haven't seen what we've seen. You don't know what we know. The Institute, they get into people's heads. They change people's memories. They wipe memories. She might not be a synth, but she doesn't even know her name. I mean, he's totally convinced, but Paladin Dance kind of looks like, maybe she just got knocked in the head a couple of times by the raiders or something. So in other words, it's going to be a social check to convince Paladin Dance, despite Knight Reese's raving, to let Bethany go.
Now, listen. Even if she's not a synth and her memory got wiped out, then there is room for catering it and making it, bringing it back to her usual self, whatever it was. But she needs a good place to be in, not a jail cell. You won't do her any good. She's just her instincts are just gonna come out, and she's just gonna become a monster, a caged up monster there if you leave her in there. She needs to get out. Let her come to Sanctuary. Charlotte will keep an eye on her, and now me, I'll keep an eye on her, and we will help her rehabilitate her.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
isn't it better to keep your friends close but your enemies closer?
So with that,
What?
Paladin Dance is like, uh, wait, what? But yeah, it's going to be a 3 red check, and yeah. So let's see, what kind of check? Is Charlotte going to be involved, or how?
I'm doing
Okay.
a charm check. Whoever wants to help can give me
Yeah, I
boosts,
can give
guess.
unskilled assistance. Charlotte will nod and say, "This could be a good first test for the new initiate." If he can keep an eye on this person until we have an idea either way, I think it would go a long way to helping his training.
And I will use I used a story point to upgrade it. So 3 red, 1 boost, upgrade
Ooh, I should use a story
charm.
point too then. Make this interesting.
Can you flip a second one, Tommy? I'm going to steal one back here too.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
All right, so upgrade. All right.
So 3 red, 1 purple. Tough check. Oh, but you get you actually get one more boost because Charlotte is helping. Let's see if this boost actually does it.
Way! Yes.
All right, so Paladin Dance nods a bit, and Reese starts shaking his head, and he just puts his hand up and just says, "Reese, look, there's too much circumstantial evidence, and look at her. She's harmless." And so Night Reese just throws up his hands and goes stomping up the stairs again. And Paladin Dance fishes out a key and opens the cell and says, "My apologies, Bethany, and please understand that we have been through a lot, and we're sorry that you saw us at our worst." And Bethany just kind of nods and just she's just happy to get out of there. All right, but good job though. So Paladin Dance then says, "Well, what are your plans, Charlotte?"
Well, she'll look to the others, and we've still got a lot of growing to do. A lot of loose ends to tie up. How does your mission go?
Well, we're going to need to solidify our position here, and we will be in contact. I may need your help in the future.
Charlotte nods and says, "It's good to know where to find you now. I was just about to start trying to make contact and worried that it was going to take, forever to find the last signal you left for me."
Yes, this was fortuitous. Ad Victoriam, sister. All right, and with that, we're actually ahead of time here. We have come to the end of the mission. So you got Bethany. You're heading back, but actually, Arthur, what do you do with that information? You know that Robert Jones was lying.
I think as we head back, maybe we need to talk a little bit more to Mr. Jones.
Okay.
So on our way back, I pull Robert aside and I say, "Robert, you have never met this woman."
You're too observant for your own good. Look,
So
doing a friend for just I'm paying a favor back for a friend. All right. Yeah, I never met her, but you know, she's not going to be any trouble. Don't worry about it.
What friend? What is going on here?
Oh, Arthur, what is your faction affiliation, by the way?
I do not believe I have any faction at the moment.
Have you expressed interest openly with like any of the factions, or I guess what I'm saying is, actually, well, let's say this. What has your reaction been to people talking about synths as well as, you know, there have been rumors of synths that actually do look like people? You know, what has your reaction been to that?
There's a little bit concerned because this does leave the possibility of fake people being implanted not only in the wasteland but in other places.
So Robert is going to tell you, he's like, look, I know you've heard all these crazy rumors about synths and all this gobbledygook, but Bethany, I'm not really sure what her name is, but yes, she's from the Institute. She was a slave, all right? But she's flesh and blood. She's not a machine. You know, she is just as human as you are, just as human as I am still. And yes, I'm a ghoul, but I'm still human. So
Why
I work
would
with some
the
friends
Institute-
that make sure that people can escape from the Institute. They're the real enemy.
The enemy wants to help the synths escape from the Institute?
No, the real enemy is the Institute. My friends help the people escape from the Institute.
Why was the Institute taking slaves?
He kind of considers that for a moment and says, look, I can explain more, but I've already said too much. So in other words, I don't want to go too far with this because I want the player to actually have his input. But at the moment, you caught him out in the lie, so you're the one he reveals his factional affiliation to, or at least hints towards it. But I'll let Historian fill in the gaps there. But yeah, for the rest of you. Oh, actually, so Robert says, well, Bethany actually won't be joining us to Sanctuary, but all is well, and I'll meet back up with you in a few days. And so he and Bethany actually head towards the east, possibly Bunker Hill. But anyone want to say anything while he's heading out, or you guys are okay with it? Oh, remember, you guys believe him too, that he's like, I'm reuniting Bethany with her family.
Well, we believe that he knew her in the jail, right? This is different. This goes against the whole entire
Well, wait, no, it doesn't.
plan.
No, the
Yeah,
whole
the
plan
plan
was to reunite her with her family. You guys were helping him find the kidnapping victim, her, and so he's taking her back to her family. So this is part of the whole plan that you guys, from your perspective. I was just saying if you guys wanted to RP anything with, Robert.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like we told Paladin that we'd take her to Sanctuary. Now we're not taking her to Sanctuary. So I imagine that Rollo and Charlotte would at least not be okay with this option.
Charlotte did promise she'd keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give you her contact information, but she needs to go back to her family. That was the whole point we went down south. Remember, guys?
Where is her family located?
Bunker Hill.
I mean,
What
if
are
we want
her-
to be sure, can we just like tag along, make sure she's fine?
I mean, she'll be fine. She's with Robert. Arthur can offer to go with them if you want.
I will go.
And actually, Charlotte will volunteer to go with them to stay with them for a little bit, just to help her kind of get reacclimated. Part of this gives me, so I'm going to be gone for like the next many weeks, so it gives Charlotte a place to be during that time.
So Robert is actually going to tell you, no, that's quite all right. Bunker Hill has had some run-ins with the Brotherhood of Steel, and it's probably a better idea if you're not around.
She kind of gives him a squint and says, okay.
All right. On that note, though, I do want to wrap up, but Arthur is going to hang out with Robert Jones and Bethany, and I'll see if I can get Historian to pipe up about...
I mean, it's just that we're close to done. Otherwise, yeah, Rolo is not happy with this, but...
No, but see, like, definitely remember that. That's something to keep in mind. You know, Robert's being a little bit sketchy, but at the same time, it's not that sketchy, because even though you guys said that you would be keeping an eye on her, or taking her to Sanctuary, Robert just went along with that because obviously you guys are going to tell the Brotherhood whatever you need to tell them to get her out of there, but she needs to go back to her family. So, you know, don't mesh too much of player knowledge and character knowledge, because from your character's perspective, you guys would be like, okay, you know, hey, we saved her. She's going back to her family.
Oh, it's not player knowledge. It's the fact that we have promised someone something, that we would do something, and now, you know.
Okay, we can work it out.
Something
like
else
side
is
missions
happening.
and stuff afterwards, but we'll head to the epilogue and rewards. All right, so as you guys head out, Scribe Halen says, look, we had a very large discretionary fund for our mission here, and you all saved that mission, so you definitely deserve a significant portion of it. So each of you gets 100 caps from Scribe Halen. And we have 10 base XP. You guys did procure both the buff out and the jet, and you successfully created buff jet, so that you successfully navigated the random encounter. +1 for convincing dance to allow Charlotte to remain in Sanctuary as the BOS liaison. Oh, you know, the thing with sharing supplies, we'll go ahead and just say +1 because you guys did so well on the rolls that there were some supplies that were shared a little bit ahead of time. So you guys add 10 medical supplies to Sanctuary's stash, and +5 for securing the captive's release. So looks like 20 XP.
Nice.
And actually, I'm going to add just one more because there were so many triumphs and good RP with those triumphs. So 21 total XP, guys. And I'm going to hang around for just a little bit after I cut the recording, but join us next time on Fallout Genesis with Session 9 to be determined.